Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match tries a shot! And he's straight offside. Hakimi. Van Nistelrooy. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. And it's Totti. And he was quick to react. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, what has happened here? Mohamed Salah! Shifted upfield. Bastoni gets across to intercept that. First quarter of an hour gone. Shot could be on. Has a go! They want to be quick to recover this. Chance to finish. And he's done very well to deal with it.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Roberto Carlos. Nicely aimed pass. Guti. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Bellingham! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
BG Pathum United with the corner. They're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's Totti! And it's come back out to him. And he's done it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. McAllister. And he's had a hit! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
McAllister just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Totti. And we've reached half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Aim forwards. Davids calmly anticipates. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, what a punt! Shot a goal! And he hits the net! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
BG Pathum United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that has put paid to that. McAllister plays a sharp little ball here. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This Van Nistelrooy! Oh, crossbar! And again! Sticks it away! Olise duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Filippo Inzaghi. In comes the corner. Corner number 2 then. Hakimi getting this one clear.
BG Pathum United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And the pass is intercepted. Chip through. Van Dijk cuts it out. And here's Mohamed Salah. And that should get the job done. And it's Salah. Now it's McAllister. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. That's gone for a throw-in. And he can clear it away.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, that's an excellent interception. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
That pass has been well intercepted. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. That's been cut out, well played. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely,
Hello, hello, hello,
hugely
hello,
hyped.
hello.
Absolutely the place to be at this moment in time. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Caicedo promptly onto that, and that is that. And he cuts out the supply. No, there's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bastoni calmly anticipates. And it's Salah. Olise. Oh, and he's through the middle. He is through here. It's Salah! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Has another go! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that has been clubbed away. He won't be happy with that one. Great ball if he can get there.
That's going in strongly.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And they can counter here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Port clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Olise. Can he latch onto this? He's got away. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. It's a real chance! And he's done it! Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Rummenigge. Rummenigge! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Eto'o? No, it's not getting there. And that was very necessary. No luck with that dink over the top. And here's Eto'o. Great hit! And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Pedri. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And the first half is done. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And here's Eto'o. And he's had it nicked away. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with. Can he put it away? It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate?
Vinicius Junior! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Foot in. He's looking to set free a runner. Kaka could move up a gear here. He could be in here. Look at the space here. Shot a goal! It's anyone's ball now. Great ball, and he's in here. Referee has just said play on. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Drilled it, and the shot! Oh, great low ball in.
Oh, how has that not ended up in the back of the net? It was a cracking ball in the way he drilled it across and kept it down too.
Fiddles it through. That's good defending, very good defending. Rummenigge. Rummenigge! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. Port showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Shapes to shoot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? This time, surely! No mistake! And they've got their lead back. Simplicity itself.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Oh, this is fully deserved for me because they've shown great heart and spirit. It's there to win for...
Rummenigge! It's in! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, that's an excellent interception. And it's Lampard. And there goes the final whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Vinicius Junior Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Bastoni gets across to intercept that. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And so we have the first set piece of the game. He'll fancy himself from here. Maradona! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's a nicely weighted pass. Vinicius Junior. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. Has a go! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
And claimed it back swiftly. Looking for the run. Oh, super find. Del Piero! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
And he was quick to react. No, no way through. It's Maradona! And one more try! Oh, good-looking ball. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. He's got to be in here, and the shot! It's loose. In he goes again! Caught offside that time. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
He's had a shot! It's there! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And he's been shifted off it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Just eases him off the ball. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Some resolute defending there. Olise, great ball if he can get there. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. Any strong opinions on the first half?
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal. Great chance! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Van Dijk makes the interception. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Inzaghi. Inzaghi! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Terrific header! It's there! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And it's Totti.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach. Haaland! Oh, taken with style. They are right back in business.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Bruno Fernandes.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Haaland. And that should get the job done. It's Maradona! And somehow he managed to miss it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Played with finesse. Haaland, and he's running through. Chance with a header! No, not the best of headers. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Pedri. He's through here. And no, that was never going to make it. And there goes the final whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Has a look and place it forward. Cruyff. That's a sharp pass. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. It's a sweet ball, that. Pedri is wide and looking to get onto this. He's got tall. Good delivery, but no joy.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Looking for the run. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's got away. He's got the shot away! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Van Nistelrooy really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
And that has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Corner number 2 then. Oh, he's been caught on it, and the finish! Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real...
Shapes to shoot! Van Dijk gets good distance on it. Szoboszlai with a beautifully timed run. Oh, good-looking ball. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. He can run onto that. Vinicius Junior. Ruben Dias tries to clear. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Marquinhos. It's Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Climbs up big! It's in!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to...
And it's half-time here. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And the cross comes in. And that has been clubbed away. Van Nistelrooy. He's played him through. He's found a way through. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he was alert to it. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Cruyff.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Moved on forwards. Cuadrado. Rice. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Can he get it through?
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Rice. Couldn't squeeze it through. Threads one in. Just a quarter. Oh, here's a chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And he's picked out the run. And he's in on goal. Great hit! And he hits the net. Do not write them off. Back they come. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
And it's Cuadrado. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Heads it! And for a moment, time stood still. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And that's it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. And already we're underway here. And it's Belletti. It's a mighty effort! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's a fine interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter, being the kind of player who...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! He's beaten the last man, hits one! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter.
He'll try from distance. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
That's gone for a throw-in. And that has been knocked clear. And we have our very first corner. And he thumps it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Del Piero. No, he's had it taken off him. And that has been cut short. Forwards and with intent. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Good read, needed to be. Decent hit! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Climbs up big! Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, but the two that closed them down merit the praise of a job well done.
Neymar. Del Piero. Del Piero will not want... And now the hit! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Del Piero. Caicedo gets it away. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He won't be happy with that one. It looks a good ball through. David Villa! He's scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And the pass is intercepted. Conte. He's played him through. David Villa, face to face with the real chance! And more, and more, and more! Hot knife through butter! There's the whistle for half-time. So you hear the chants of easy, easy, and those are entirely justified. 3-0 after 45 minutes, and it is hard to believe that there won't be more after the break.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He could be in here. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a hit! And how did he not make it 4?
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Corner number 2 then. That's a decent clearance. Struck first time. No, he's missed it.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Now it's Del Piero. Oh, facing up to his adversary. In with a header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. He can run onto that. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a lovely, neat pass. Shifted upfield. Bastoni promptly onto that, and that is that. Gets his pass away. That's good play. Belletti. Chance with a header! Bastoni gets rid without sophistication. Ruben Diaz getting this one clear. This is promising. Oh, they can break here. And it's Schneider. Mohamed Salah. Conte. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking for the run. Oh, that was vital. He can get that clear. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's tried one! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now they can clear their lines. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. He's having a go! Kante has been caught there, it's a foul. Referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense. Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
We have got changes here, from both sides, in fact. And for sure, that was not one of his best. And he's had it nicked away. Caicedo kept his eye on it, and he's there. Played into space out wide. And the volley. That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Up for a header! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Lyon have the chance to go the other way. And Stoichkov! It's a goal! And they are right back within touch! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Stoichkov really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
So is this the start of... Oh, shooting chance! And he's really put himself on the line here.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Soboslai is there. He's going for goal! Adams. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. David Villa voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever in this part of the world. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. fiddles it through. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, played through for the wide man. Messi, he's shifting through the gears here. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Chance here to counter. And he cuts out the supply. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Del Piero. Van Nistelrooy! And that is doing no harm at all.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break. Well, Peter, this is certainly a man who can make all the difference.
King Eric, surely one of the greatest ever to grace the English game. And you've got to say that alongside his class, he brought about a bit of a tactical revolution too.
Yeah, in an age where everything was fast and down the sides, but his nous and drive encouraged his team to play through the middle with great success. Nothing new nowadays, of course, but back then, I think his qualities were pretty unique.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so... Oh, shooting chance! He's delivered all right! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
Trabzonspor have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Jordi Alba. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. He won't be happy with that one. Thuram. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking.
And he's had a hit! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Oh, easy pickings there. No, that's been intercepted. Jordi Alba. Trabzonspor trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter.
Could be danger here. Nicely weighted ball. That is and it's Del Piero. It's got a shot away. Oh, belter! He's got himself an absolute peach. They have come roaring back.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked and I still haven't moved.
And here's Eto'o. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that has been knocked clear. And the half-time whistle goes. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. How would you review the first half?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both. And the finish! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Trabzonspor have their second corner now. Climbs up big! Harmlessly behind. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Oh, this looks sharp. Now that's well seen too. And no, that was never going to make it. He's gone forward. Cantona. That's really well cleared. Oh, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Van Nistelrooy. Trabzonspor appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And he's let fly! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Van Nistelrooy clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rodri. And Caicedo. Del Piero. Busquets. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Eto'o. And smartly reclaimed. Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Good effort from distance. And that's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Oh no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Luis Suarez. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Deftly away. Suarez is onto this. And that's it. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, what we've seen is...
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. It's Salah! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's gone out for a throw-in. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Neymar. Now that's a lovely exchange. Header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Mohamed Salah actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan with the corner. They're first. Oh, what a climb! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
De Ligt is there, and he can pick it up. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
He is through here. Rivaldo! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. He rises! And that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance miss, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Rivaldo. It's Rivaldo! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! He's got himself an absolute peach. And Milan have the lead. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Snyder! He scores! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with
Mendieta! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they get themselves in front!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Milan go into the lead. Now it's Neymar. And here's a chance. Deftly away. And that's really well manoeuvred. Mendieta. McAllister was in no mood for any of that. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in...
Real chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And now they can spring out of defence. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And they've got rid. And it's Schneider. Mbappe! He can get that clear. Chip through. And he's there to clear it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Darwin.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's there to retrieve it. Hakimi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple...
Can he finish? It's in! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him. And his... And Van Nistelrooy! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Van Nistelrooy made a good run there. Gaitska Mendieta.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Just eases him off the ball. And that has been knocked clear. That's a sharp pass. And it's Rivaldo. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Mbappe! Schneider! Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And that could set him on his way. Oh, that's a key interception. McAllister getting this one clear. So that's it. It is all over. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be. And they're... Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Passing nice and neat. Great ball. Tries a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And they've got a throw. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that could set him on his way. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. That's a decent clearance. Hibs are looking to go forward now. Well, that had the makings of... And he'll shoot here! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
McAllister actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Hazard clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, he's bustling through here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Hullet. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Danger averted for now. And it's Messi. De Bruyne. Szczesny can pick that up.
This is the time you need that pace.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there and evident annoyance.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
That'll be a throw-in. Spread neatly. Now that's well seen too. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Costa Curta gets it away. And he's been shifted off it. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Cannavaro makes the interception. White is one whose deliveries we all know about. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, that's a key interception.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Pull it. David Villa. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Hullet. Azar!
Okay, it didn't come off, but it was clever. A nice little dummy.
Mbappe. White calmly anticipates. David Villa. Now it's Hullet. He's been picked out. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! And Szczęsny pulls off a sensational save. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Messi. Oh, what has happened here? He gets big! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause.
And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's De Bruyne. Aim forwards. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. De Bruyne. Back into the middle. Hullet. Now it's Hullet. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's gone looking for safety. Hazard. That's good play.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Van Nistelrooy! A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
There will be 4 extra minutes. He's gone for goal. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Vardiol claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating and